Everybody, thanks as always for tuning in to PDubs Arcade Loft, where we always appreciate it when you come and hang out upstairs with us. Got a lot of information we're going to go over today. We're going to be talking all about the Retro Shooter Pandora box. We're going to do gameplay demonstration. I'm going to capture the screen and the audio. That way you guys can really get a feel for this particular product. We're going to go over the guns. We're going to show you all the different stuff, how these guns work and how they feel and all that stuff. We're going to go over all that. We're also going to dive into the actual what they're trying to sell you on their website. Oh man, we got we got a whole lot to cover, man. And I just got these guns a few days ago, so full transparency, I've only been testing them for a couple of days, maybe a couple of hours each day, but I'm going to let you know my experience with these products. But before I do all that, guys, let's first off, let's say hi. Who's here? Went live a little bit early because I was ready to go, and I just didn't want to wait anymore, man. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. I didn't want to wait. Let's see who's here. We got Nerd Lounge Masters here. JJ's here. It's Vaughn is here. Vader's here. Alfred's here. Buy Stuff Arcades is here. This is actually a product that I would assume Buy Stuff Arcades would come out with, and maybe they could use this as inspiration themselves. C Smart, the Centertainer is here. What's up, P-Dubs, aka Big Dog? Thanks so much, my dudes. Conti's here as well. Charlie Chuck is here. Unless the guns work on PC, I'll pass. Super excited for this review. Yeah, so we're going to do a lot of stuff live here. So while we're waiting for people to join before we get to the good stuff, let's kind of dive into what exactly they're selling you. That way you guys can, make some educated purchases here. So when it comes to the retro shooter, so I have this pinned in the live chat. It's called retroshooter.com. So what happened is when the folks who designed the Pandora boxes, they wanted light gun compatibility. So it took a long time. I guess it was hush hush secret who was actually going to be working on the guns. And apparently it's Retro Shooter is the ones who's working on the guns. But instead of just releasing the guns, not only did they come out with the guns, but also a separate console, which is what I'm going to be showing you guys here to play these guns on. And it's interesting how they're doing this. It was really confusing for a while, trying to figure out who actually was making the light guns for the Pandora box. I mean, the Pandora box has been out for months, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Retro Shooter shows up, says, hey, we're making the guns. But not only can you buy the guns, we're actually giving you a Pandora box as a console. So this Pandora's box is pretty much the same Pandora box that is the 10th anniversary edition that you either plug in via a JAMA connection to an arcade machine or with the home connection if you have the home version. So, but basically, technically, you don't even need the Pandora's box 10th anniversary edition in order to use this device. So for instance, I have my Pandora's box 10th anniversary edition right here. I've had this installed in my Chulix candy cab out in the loft. And there's some problems with running these guns. Sorry, guys, I got my camera all flip-flopped on the Pandora box. So, for instance, I only got 2 USB ports, right? I don't know if a USB hub is compatible with this. That's one thing I didn't test yet. But the boxes, the guns, the pedals, and the sensors are going to require around 3 USB ports that get them all up and running. So you're short a USB port. So in all honesty, you can't get everything up and running on this thing. At least nothing that I discovered myself using this particular kit. Now, what is nice is the guns are compatible with the box. They are compatible with the light gun games included. Another interesting thing is on the Pandora's box 10th anniversary edition, there are 61 light gun games, 61. But on the actual console, there's over 100 light guns. So you get even more light gun games with the console. And they have these sensors which can be mounted on your television, on your monitor, etc., or maybe even mounted above an arcade monitor, etc. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to my candy cab, this was not a good experience for me with my candy cab. Let me see if I can pull up a video here for you guys. So I put a YouTube short out late last night, and I said, "Hey guys, I'm playing Operation Wolf. Can anyone tell me why this is a bad experience?" And let's go ahead and let's at least get the video going here. Let's go back to our screen. You'll notice, is there a way to pause it? Yeah, I had to tape the sensors above the monitor. Unfortunately, due to the way the shape of the candy cab is and everything being completely sealed shut tight, I had no place to mount the sensors. I did try mounting them on the tippy top of the candy cab, but of course, at that point, they were then way too far away from the 32-inch screen in order to track it. So the reason this became a bad experience is, I mean, take a look. Take a look. I mean, you got sensors taped to an arcade machine, man. So of course that wasn't a great experience, guys. That wasn't a great experience. So unfortunately, when it comes to using this with a candy cab, unless you have a way to get these mounted properly in a Chulix, a Vulix, a candy cab, I don't know how it's gonna work out, man, because these sensors are huge. They're huge. I wish they were more like Gun 4 IR sensors, which are a little bit smaller, that I can maybe even, just use some adhesive strips and get them around the screen. Does it hook up to the iArcade for Sin and Gun games? No, it does not. No, it does not. All right, so I'm just giving you guys some information here before we get into the good stuff. So taking a look here at the sensors. These are the sensors. These sensors are huge. I got them above my PC monitor right now. And then, of course, they sell controllers because you're getting a whole Pandora box. So you're getting 5,142 some games, but only 100 of them are light gun games. So everything that's on that 10th anniversary JAMA board edition that I have is on there. And how are you going to play the rest of the games? Well, this is meant more for plugging into a TV, and they do sell controllers and all that kinds of stuff. So let me get this off of here right here, guys. So hopefully hopefully this is giving you guys some good information. All right, let's kind of dive into the guns themselves for you guys, because I'm sure that's what you want to see. Let's go right here. All right, so the guns themselves, when you get them out of the box, these things come in two pieces. They come, this piece detaches from the main unit. You notice where the screws are, and then you just snap it in. It just snaps in, and then you put the screws in. There's 4 screws, 2 on each side, and that locks it in. When it comes to the weight of the gun actually has a pretty decent weight to it. Like, I figured this gun would be super, super light. And this gun actually weighs more in my hand than the arcade 1-up Terminator II Uzi gun. That's right, that Uzi gun that you get with the arcade 1-up Terminator 2. This actually weighs more than that. Not a tremendous amount more than it, but definitely enough where you feel like you're holding something with a little bit of girth to it in your hand. Oh my god, that sounded terrible. I can't believe I just said that. Let's clip that out of the live stream a little bit later. Over here is your option button or your action button. So if you're playing games like, let's say, Terminator 2 and you got to fire the rockets, you press this. Obviously, there's your trigger. And on the reverse side of the gun, what I do like is they do have this little analog stick right here, so you can navigate all the menu systems. In fact, if you're playing on the console or on your arcade machine and you only want to play with your guns, you don't have to worry about having other controllers set up. You can go up, down, left, right, and these are your start buttons, player 1 start, player 2 start, or like an optional coin button. Just like any, it's more like a hotkey button. So for instance, when you're in the Pandora's box, let's say you're in a game and you're like, I don't want to play this game anymore. You hold these 2 buttons down for 5 seconds, and then it'll let you bring up the menu to exit the game. They got a nice little logo on it. They look like little Glocks is what the feedback I kept seeing from a lot of people. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus on the chats. And it does have a recoil effect built in. There's some kind of motor that's got a nice little snapping effect in it. I don't think it's actually solenoids. I'd actually have to tear one of these open to see, but it's pretty loud, which I'll show you guys in just a minute. But let me get back here because I can't see the chat unless I'm on this screen. Hopefully I can catch up on what you guys are saying. Can you use other IR sensors, Wii bar, or aim track sensor? I have an aim track sensor. I don't have that is it the Dolphin bar? I can't remember the name of it. I don't have that bar. I could try the aim track sensors later. That's actually a good idea. We can see if it works. Um, can you use other IR sensors, Cone? Thanks so much for the super chat. Sorry, guys. Unless I'm on this camera view right here, I can't see the live chat. I got so many things open, so many different cameras and windows. Can you use other IR sensors? Again, I haven't tested any yet. I've only had these for a couple of games and a couple of days, and I've been trying to test them out of the box. Obviously, there's a lot more tinkering and testing. We'll go for it. All right, so let me show you the pedals. So when it comes to the pedals, so the pedals are interesting, right? They look really cheap, right? But let's make sure we're over here by the microphone. Take a listen to this. The pedals themselves are, oh geez, there we go. So here you go. They look cheap. They're kind of cheap, but they're not. Let me know if you guys can hear that. They got a nice little snap to them. So if you're playing like Time Crisis, which is included on this build, this will work. Now, here's what stinks again about the Pandora's box. The arcade edition, right? When it comes to this, I can't connect the pedals because the pedals have a audio jack port right here. Oh, geez, man. Sorry, guys. The pedals have an audio jack port in order to get connected. You got to plug this into a port on the console. So when it comes to playing these guns on this, I got no place to plug this in, so I can't enjoy using the pedals. So that kind of stinks. So for Time Crisis on the Pandora's box, I've had to use the action button on the gun in order to get your guy to duck up and down. I mean, it's all plastic, but it works. And I got a heavy foot, so I haven't really had any major issues myself playing with these. Let me pull up a video here for you guys of all the stuff that's on this actual box for you. And let me mute this. All right, let's pull this up here. Let's go right here. All right, so as you can see right here, you plug in your pedal as well as the recoil effect. The vibration audio jacks go in there for each particular player. And then right here, they got a cute little console, but it's just a Pandora's box board inside. They tell you when it comes to your two light guns, that's where they go. USB ports 1 and 2 are for your guns. And USB 3 is where you plug in the USB cable for the sensors. So hopefully that all makes sense. So there's a lot of stuff you got to plug into this console in order to get it up and running. You're looking, especially if you want to have two players on this thing. So let's go ahead and get off of there. Let me catch up on the live chat real quick. All right, cool. Let me also show you real quick with the guns right here. This is just some video footage that I had captured. As you can see right here, here's how they come out of the box. Just snaps together, and then you screw them together. Easy peasy. They provide you a little mini screwdriver as well as the little mini screws in order to get this all set up. And because I got big fat fingers, sure enough, I had a fun time getting those 4 screws in on each gun. But it's pretty simple. Screws together, stays together. No complaints, nothing like that. So what's interesting too about this is the console version is actually in my opinion, it's a pretty fun plug and play solution for people who are if they're looking for just something basic. You know, I just want to plug something into my TV, play 100 some light gun games, etc. And right here is everything that you see that comes included, at least with the kit I purchased. I mean, this was $300. You get an HDMI cable, you get power cables, you get the 2 sensors, you get the 2 guns, red and blue, you get 2 pedals, you get the power supply for the console. You also get the wiring, all the wires you need. You also get a nice little, this is kind of like an on-off switch that a lot of people use like with Raspberry Pis and things like that, because the console, if you plug it in without this switch, like a lot of Android boxes and things, it's always on. And you would have to unplug it to turn it off, but it's nice to get a little power switch included with it. That's everything that comes included in the package. This package, all in, including tax and shipping, was about $289. Juan, I just saw your question in the live chat. Let's see here. Will the guns work with ALU? I haven't even gotten there yet. Still putting the guns through their paces on the console. And then we'll see if they're compatible with the ALU. I did plug them into my PC, and my PC did identify them. And I tried to see if I could get them working with like a CoinOps build on my PC. But I was having a little trouble getting that going, so I gave up on it and went back to this. Again, there's lots of stuff we're going to test with these things. All right, you guys want to hear the recoil effect on these bad boys? Let me show you something here. All right, let's get this off of here. Let's go ahead and let's plug in one of these light guns to the actual console. So you notice at the end of the light gun, let's see if we can get the camera to focus. There we go. At the end of the light gun, you will have the cable coming out of the light gun, has the USB, and then it also has this cable right here. This is for the rumble effect. So if you don't want the recoil effect working, you leave this unplugged. And obviously this is the other thing. So let's go ahead and get this plugged in. Let's do the recoil. I'm going to plug it into the console. So right here, like, look at this. Look at all this stuff I got plugged into the console. Isn't that ridiculous? There's a lot of stuff plugged in, which makes it kind of a pain. All right. All right. So when you plug it in, you should get a light. See that? So it identifies it. Let's see if you guys can hear it. Oh, am I on the wrong? Let me know what you guys thought about that. How did the guns sound? I think it sounds pretty cool, and I can actually feel it in my hands. You know what I mean? We plug and all that stuff, and yes, you can calibrate the guns on the Pandora's box. But let's. I want to hear that again. It's got a nice little. Bang, 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 bang. It sounds pretty loud in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. All right, so you guys want to test out some games? I think I went through all the BS stuff to get you going here the first 20 minutes. How about we play some games? How does that sound? So, do you have to have the black box hooked up to the Pandora box? No, you do not, because once again, let's go screen only. Let's go here. So once again, for those who joined late, so here's your Pandora's box 10th anniversary edition right here. This is the JAMA version. I just took this out of my candy cab. All you do is you plug in, like what I did is I had one gun plugged into here, and then the other USB port I plugged in the infrared, the IR sensors. So that way I was powering everything from here. And of course there's 61 light gun games built in, but that's all I needed to plug in was the gun and the IR sensors, and it worked plug and play with the Pandora's box 10th anniversary edition. If you want to get just the guns only and use them with this. But when you buy it, I mean, they have the kits, you get the console to play it on a TV, or hell, you could even stick this into an arcade machine if you wanted. You could make an arcade out of this. Whatchamacallit, or you could use their console. And again, this console, for those who came in late, has over 100 light gun games on it, versus just 61 included on the Pandora box 10th anniversary edition. So hopefully that helps answer some questions. Yeah, let's go through the games list here. Let's do that. I gotta change my monitor over here. Sorry guys, I'm not a professional live streamer. All right, let me get it on this screen so I can see what we're doing. All right, here we go. Let's have some fun. So your light gun games are going to be at the end of the list. Right here. But what we're going to do here is we're going to hit the start button. And then we're going to just navigate down to our light gun games. And we only want to show games of this type. And there's 9 pages of games. So this is what's included on the actual Pandora box console that you can buy with these guns. So we got a bunch of Dreamcast games. We got Confidential Mission, Death Crimson, Ninja Assault, Lupin the Third, and if you see any games that you think we should play together, let me know. Ranger Mission, Maze of the Kings, House of the Dead 2. I definitely want to check this game out with you guys because when I tested this on the actual Pandora's Box 10th anniversary out on my candy cab, I don't think this box ran this game very well. I don't think this red box ran it very well. Time Crisis Project Titan, Time Crisis again, but those are PlayStation versions. We got Ghoul Panic. We got all 3 Point Blank games, and they're the PlayStation versions. Now, what's interesting is the Point Blank games that are on the 10th anniversary box are the MAME versions. So it's interesting that they went with the PlayStation versions on this console. You got Rescue Shot. You got Versus Duck Hunt, Lethal Enforcers. And now we're in the MAME stuff. You got Lethal Enforcers 2, Steel Gunner 1 and 2. And these are MAME versions. All right. Let's see here. Under Fire, Zombie Raid, Bang, Dragon Gun. That's a fun game. I think that's a Data East game. Bang is a fun game. And then we got a bunch of Exidy games on here. You guys remember Exidy, right? Right? You got Cheyenne, Clay Pigeon, Combat, Crack Shot, Crossbow, Hit and Miss, Whodunit, New York Captor, Police Trainer, which is one of my favorites, Space Gun, Operation Wolf 3, 0.1 and 2, Gumshoe, a few more on here, Mobile Suit Gundam, Tut's Tomb, One Shot, One Kill, Operation Thunderbolt, Gunbuster, Born to Fight. So what's interesting is some of the games that are MAME versions on the Pandora's Box 10th, they have as console versions on this console. And it's probably due to the fact that the console might not have as good of hardware. We had Beastbusters, and then we get, let's see here, we got Battle Clash. Let's see here, we got a bunch of Super Nintendo games, and of course a bunch of classic, Nintendo games on here too, like Duck Hunt, Hogan's Alley, Wild Gunman, all that stuff. They have Chiller on here. All that stuff. So, and then, yeah, there we go. All right, so let's do... All right, I saw a vote. Zombie Raid. Yeah, let's try out Zombie Raid. Let's see how Zombie Raid does. Let's find Zombie Raid. Where are you at? All right, here we go. So, obviously... Oh, damn. My thing went dark on me again. I've been having issues with this camera. And it keeps, like, going dark on me. And I can't fix it when I'm live. Kind of sucks.
Zombie Raid.
All right, so a couple things. What you could do is you hold down these two buttons, the two start buttons that I showed you on the one controller, and you can navigate down, and you could actually adjust some of the configs if you want. But if you like having the crosshair on the screen, you can just turn that on. And I'm going to leave the crosshair on just for the sake of making sure everyone can see how the gun is tracking. Because there's a few games on here during my testing where the tracking went a little haywire. Alright, let's have some fun. Alright. As you can see, I'm tracking. The cursor's pretty steady. Hopefully you guys can hear the recoil effect. Every light gun game is different. You got, for this one, to pump your gun, you gotta hit the button right here to pump your gun. Some of the games you gotta shoot off screen. Ooh, just dodged that dagger. I knew there was a life in there somewhere. Oh, crap. Wrong guy. Oh, wrong guy. We're gonna die soon and then we'll change games. Alright, boom. Right there. So what'd you think? How do you think it ran? Let me know. This game actually, in my opinion, ran pretty good on this box. Let's go ahead and exit this game. Minus the constant click, click, click. This actually looks like fun. Yeah, so if I don't want this recoil turned on, I could just unplug it, you know? I could just unplug the recoil. So let me show you Terminator 2. So for instance, you guys know on Terminator 2, you're supposed to have like that constant as the gun is going. So unfortunately, it wasn't happening on this one. So I don't know if there's a setting I got to change or if it's just not possible, but I'll show you something here.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right. Now for tracking. Oh, wait, hold on. That's right. This one's already going to have it. So let's do... Boom! There it goes! Woo! I couldn't get it working before, but now it does. I got bam, 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 bam.
No!
Right there, I'm having a hard time getting to the bottom of the screen. Maybe it's with, outlet comes over there. I lost the tracking for a minute, had to wait to jump back and forth side to side to get into capture the crosshair. Hold on, maybe I should turn that mic down a little bit, huh? Let's turn that down a little bit. That recoil
Hurry up.
Years out. Okay, so what do you guys think of that?
Excellent.
So that game ran okay. A lot of those games ran okay, but let's try like a more graphic intensive game. All right, can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. I know, dude. I was excited. It was loud. All right, I'm going to put on the House of the Dead Dreamcast. So when I played this on the 10th anniversary edition, it didn't run really well at all. Let's see if it runs better on the console. So, do you guys want me to turn the recoil off so you could hear the game more? I could do that. Just let me know in the live chat.
Shoot outside of the screen.
Wait, hold on.
The House of the Dead.
Yep, Jurassic Park's on here. We could check that out in a minute. Let's do this. I'm going to turn the crosshairs on again just so we can keep an eye on the tracking, how the gun is tracking.
The House of the Dead. The House of the Dead.
We're meeting G over there. Please be safe, G. How could anyone do this?
Oh, come on.
G! James, I tried. Don't underestimate the enemy. James, take this.
See how I'm losing the track? So, for instance, the same thing was happening on the. Yeah, let's get out of that game. So, for instance, that same thing was happening on the 10th Arcade Edition, where the audio and also the tracking kept messing up. You're supposed to aim off screen to reload your gun, and then when you come back, it should capture the gun, and your tracking should be fine. But the tracking all over the place. You know what I mean? So this one wasn't. This one wasn't running good on any of that stuff. So there you go. Yeah. All right, let's go back. Now we could play Jurassic Park if you want, but I'll probably have to turn the come on. There it goes. I'll probably have to turn the what is it called? The vibration off. Let's see. Where is it? Let me unmute this. I do have a pedal plugged in under my foot, so we could play some Time Crisis as well if you guys want. I did a test of that before I went live, and it worked. The pedal worked fine. All right, we're gonna do Jurassic Park, and then we're gonna do Time Crisis. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to unplug I'm gonna unplug the recoil. That way you guys can. Doesn't blow me out. Yeah. Doesn't sound great, does it? Doesn't sound great, does it? So it's weird, man. There's 100 some games, and they don't all run great, you know? It's like they just dumped them on here and hope they would run. That kind of thing. Do you guys want to see Time Crisis? I have the pedal by my foot. I can show you guys that one, because I saw that in the live chat. There we go. And... oh. Dang it. Where'd it go?
Action!
All right, let's do it. Let's play some Time Crisis. Where's the pedal? Sorry, guys. I thought this one ran okay, but you guys let me know.
This nation will soon be mine. There! Shoot him!
Action! Reload! Get him! Halt! Action! Action! Reload! Get him! Reload!
The angle I
Action!
was sitting at.
Reload! Get him!
Boom.
Action! Danger!
So that was more my fault. I was at a bad angle. I'm trying to play on this little 24-inch monitor next to my PC here. So there you go. Yeah, playable, but is it great? Let me go back here. Ah! Too funny, right? Too funny. All right, so what are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking about this? It's
Richard, there's an emergency. There's been a kidnapping.
it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, would I highly recommend this kit? Probably not. Probably not. Hold on, let me get out of this game. This thing's driving me nuts. Let's go here. So would I highly recommend this, especially for $300? It would be great if like all the games ran beautifully, like the 100 light gun games on here, but not all of them do, man. Not all of them do. Yeah, I did calibrate it before we went live. But then as I've been doing this live stream, I've been shifting over, moving around. I got myself out of the way. So the only kidnapping was your wallet. There you go. And a lot of the games, they don't run great. Just like they don't really run great on here to begin with. You know what I mean? And it's essentially the same product. If you literally just want to plug something, well, it's $300 because you're getting the guns, the sensors, the console. What else are you getting? Yeah, you're getting a lot of stuff. I mean, you're getting a lot of pieces, things like that. In my opinion, though, I wouldn't like be, I wouldn't like really go get this thing. Like like unfortunately, like. I can't tell you to run off and buy it. Now, there is a customer for this. Like somebody, like a lot of the games, like the NES games, a lot of the low-powered MAME games, they run great. You know what I mean? Like if you want to play Duck Hunt, Hogan's Alley, you know what I mean? Wild Gunman, like all those games are going to run fine. Like if you're a person who's like really, like I'm not tech savvy at all, I want to buy a console. I want to play, let's just say 50 or so gun games I actually play well. You know what I mean? Like, maybe then. You know what I mean? Maybe you're the customer for it. But in all honesty, in my honest opinion, the best way, as always, to go is to get yourself some really nice light guns, either Sinden light guns or AE light guns or Gun 4 IR light guns, and connect them to a PC. And run these games off a pretty good gaming PC, and you will have a good experience. If I had to film a short review for this product, I would probably say the same thing to you guys. Like, hey, it's cool, but it also sucks ass at the same time. So, and I think most of it has to do, with the hardware. Like a lot of these light gun games, I mean, they don't even run that great on here, And that is true. I forgot. The arcade edition, thanks so much. Someone brought it up in the live chat. So I have the JAMA arcade edition of the Pandora's box. So it only has 2 USB ports. And I guess the home edition of this box has additional USB ports, which is great because then you can plug in multiple guns plus your infrared sensors. If you have the JAMA edition like me, I only got 2 USB ports, so I was only able to plug in one gun and the infrared sensors, and that was it. I wasn't able to play 2 players. I wasn't able to use the recoil effect or things like that. So, yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys to run off and buy this. I think there is a customer for it. I'm sorry, I'm holding up the wrong product. I think there is a customer for it, but I really, for this, but if you're really hardcore and you want to have the best experience possible, I probably wouldn't buy this, guys. I probably wouldn't. Now, one thing I am going to try and do is, reach out to some buddies in the community who know a little bit more about this stuff than me and work with them and see, hey, I mean, the gun itself is fun. Like, I like the gun. I like the big effect, the big vibration and the bang that it gives you. Like, can we get these to work with anything else? I tried plugging it into my PC. My PC did identify it, but I couldn't get it working with CoinOps. So we could probably plug it into other devices and see what happens, right? So there you go. But either way, guys, I got these guns a couple days ago, and a lot of people have been asking me to do a gameplay live stream, so we did that. You guys want to play some Duck Hunt? Like, can we end it on a positive? Let's do that, man. Let's play some Duck Hunt real quick, man. I want to see that dog just laughing at me. Yeah, a lot of the 3D games on here, which is the stuff that entices you. You're like, oh my god, it's got 3D games. Those are the games I want to play. A lot of those don't work. Yeah, it's yeah. Like, I don't know. I think it's cool that Pandora's Box and Retro Shooter were like, let's get some light gun games on these boxes finally. But the experience just sucks. But keep in mind, guys, Area 51 runs great. I played that earlier. Police Trainer runs great. Like, a lot of the low-powered MAME games, like these, and also the Exity games, those are gonna run fine, right? Let's play some Duck Hunt. Let's end it on a let's end it on a positive note, because you know me, I'm trying to be positive here, so let's do that. All right, play some Duck Hunt. Get you some audio. Couple. Oh, sorry guys. There you go. There's the audio. Oh, I do have something I gotta point out to you guys in just a second. Here, let's do this. Let's do this so it pauses. Quick heads up here. Retro Shooter, I did notice on their website, for what it's worth, on their website, they said one of the reasons this, their Pandora's box, as well as the Pandora's box 10th, they have Ethernet, they have Wi-Fi, is so they could do firmware updates and improve things as time goes on. So just a heads up there, if that means anything to you. Like, will they actually do it? I don't know. I've never heard of this company before. Do I expect them to do it? They should, especially if they're charging people $300 and the experience isn't the greatest. Especially if a lot of the games run like poop. Bad audio, screen tearing, if the guns aren't tracking the way they should, stuff like that. But then again, I always review stuff as it comes out of the box. So, this is how it comes out of the box. So hopefully that helps with a little more color. And again, the reason I have the crosshairs on is so you guys can see the tracking on your end. That's why I leave the crosshairs on. Oh. He flew away! Shut up, dog. Hang on a minute. Let me check something. It's actually a good question. I didn't even think about that. That's a great question, Jet Sepperoni. I'm not seeing it here, so that is something. If you guys have caught my other content about the Pandora's Box 10th Anniversary Arcade Edition, you can switch between 4:3 and 16:9 aspect ratios, and you could do it on the fly when you're in game. So you pull up the pause menu just like this, as I did on Duck Hunt here. And on Duck Hunt on this, because Duck Hunt's on this, I can switch it on the fly to 4:3 aspect ratio instead of having it stretched. And I don't see that option here in the drop-down. Now, whether or not it's in the main settings, I don't know for sure. We'll have to go back and look. There you go. So it's weird that it would be on one Pandora box, but not this one. You know what I mean? There you go. All right. $300. Was it down the drain? I don't know. I mean, there's a customer for everything, and I know I'm trying to be a nice guy, but I would not tell you race off and buy this Pandora box and gun kit. Not until they do some firmware updates, improve the audio, improve the gameplay on some of the games, maybe improve the tracking on the gun, and also give us the ability now. Thanks for adding that at the end, guys. Just like this one where I can change aspect ratio on the fly, they need to add that feature to this box as well, because if I could do it on here, I should be able to do it on there, right? So being able to change aspect ratios. The gun itself, though, I mean, it feels, can I be honest, it feels better than an arcade 1-up Terminator 2 gun. But is it better than Sinden, Aim Track, Gun for IR, Arcade Europe, AE light guns? No, I have the only one I don't have is an AE light gun. I have all the others. I have Gun for IR, I have Sinden, I have Aim Track, played with all of them, and this isn't better than those. But it's better than an arcade 1-up gun. Did it save high scores? I don't even know, man. I didn't even look. Odds are it didn't. Odds are it didn't. I don't even know if I set any high scores because the gameplay was so bad. All right. Well, hopefully this was beneficial. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. I did. That's why I do this stuff. You know, and check these things out with you guys. I don't know if I'm going to do a short review. If I probably will. I'll probably make a 5-minute review and probably say don't buy it yet. If I had to make a 5-minute review. But there you guys go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on a Sunday. Usually I don't stream on Sundays, so thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up on the way out. That thumbs up is huge. It helps the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. You guys have a fantastic weekend. And do yourself a favor and get yourself a little mini gaming PC that's got a lot more power in it than one of these, and get yourself like a Sinden light gun, and boom, you'll have a much better experience. All right, guys, you guys have a fantastic day. Yeah, if they do any firmware updates or anything, I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know. All right, you guys have a great day. Also, I'll test the gun on other devices, see if we can get it working. Yeah, that too. So we're not done tinkering with it yet. All right, you guys have a fantastic day. Talk to you soon.